In this video, I want to show you how a seller is successfully selling his scam trading robot. I hope you find this video useful to help open your eyes to the various tactics which are being used in the forex scam space. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so, if you want me to continue making these videos. This scam is both simple and clever. So this is a trading robot called Numenwave, and they have their own website which looks quite good, looks professional with all the right information presented. For me, the most important thing, of course, is the live MyFxBook tracker, which you can access once you click through the MyFxBook link. And when you click through, the results look too good to be true. Over 1000% in a month, and it's a real account with a reputable broker, Tickmill. The graph on the right is also linked to the same profile, and this looks even more impressive, over 13,000% in 6 months. Now, this is where we need to look closer at the details. The live tracker has stopped being live. You can see that the last date recorded is the 19th of April. If you look at the trade details, you'll see that it has made 350 pips in a month, which amounted to the 1000% return. Now 350 pips isn't a massive amount, but to get that sort of return, they would have had to trade large lot sizes relative to their count. Also, a lot of information is hidden, the equity, the lot sizes, etc. My guess is that this MyFxBook account probably had a small amount in there to start with, like $100, so this is a small risk also to the author. Now the other graph which I showed earlier is not a live account, it's a backtest, and you can tell these as they're called strategies in MyFxBook. 6 months and over 13,000% looks amazing, but with the strategy or backtest, the author can control the backtest parameters, and of course you upload the backtest where you got the best results. In this case, this was just a euro-dollar pair, and between October 2nd, 2020 and March 17th, 2021. In the strategy settings, no information has been hidden, and you can see the backtest started at $100 and trade sizes for this account started at 0.25 lots, which is massive. In fact, if you look at the history of the backtest, the first winning trade it makes returns 48% on the count with a mere 20 pips. When you see this, you just know that this is a high-risk gambling trading robot, where the author has selectively shown a period of time where it's done well. And you may be asking about the live account. How have they shown such a high return with no crash of the account? As I mentioned, the account has stopped updating since the 19th of April, most likely right after it made a massive loss. If you don't already know, you can tell MyFxBook how often it should update itself. If the author had previously set it at 4 hours, then it's very easy for the author to disconnect the MyFxBook account by changing the investor password, and it'll stop updating and preserve the perfect results. I believe this is what has happened here. Now, as this trading robot is not available on the MetaTrader marketplace, a would-be buyer doesn't have the ability to run backtests before they buy it. The author has their own website and doesn't give the ability to download a version where you can run backtests before buying. Despite all this, I did get a copy of the backtest. It was a viewer who had unfortunately purchased this trading robot, and they had asked me to have a look as they didn't understand why it wasn't doing as well as they were expecting. You can see that overall it's losing, so you are most likely wondering how it's achieved those results in live and the strategy or backtest I showed earlier in MyFxBook. If you look closely at the backtest chart, you'll notice that it has actually over an 80% chance of winning trades, and there are periods of time where it has a string of wins. This is what you're actually seeing in the MyFxBook results. The author is showing you a window in time where there were a string of wins before the big loss, and it is a big loss as the maximum loss is around 8 times the size of the biggest win, which is why despite the 80% win rate, the chart looks like it does. In other words, losing. So in summary, the author has manipulated what would-be buyers are seeing in both the live and backtest results on MyFxBook. In other words, if you look at my example below showing a backtest, the author has made it so that the would-be customer is just seeing what's in the red box and not the full picture, and taking advantage that people cannot backtest the trading robot themselves before purchasing. Of course, once you purchase it, you can, but it's too late. You've parted ways with your money and unlikely to get a refund. And this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you found it informative and useful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to keep the channel going. See you soon.